Everybody, and welcome back to the channel and to Tyre Shredders Racing. It's sponsored by Sarah Grace and Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs. Excuse me, coughing already. We're here for round 3 of the Carrera Cup. Now, this is a one-make race. Everybody in the Porsche, the RSR Group 3 or GR3, however you want to say it. And yeah, we're on round 3 already. We are in Italy at the fictional track of Maggiore West. 2.5 miles, 13 turns, pretty tricky course actually, but one, personally I like it. So we'll see how these guys get on. Now, just before we get too carried away, I'm just going to quickly run down the league table after 2 rounds. So it is only early days, but always nice to know where everybody's sitting. So at the minute we've got Gaz leading the way out in front on 71 points. Then we've got a tie for second with Racing Sim and Jacala, both on 63 points. Ghost Pepper and Carlsberg, they're joint as well on 53 points. Then we've got Sai on 44 points. We've got Footy on 43 points, so only a point separating them. Vane on 34 points and Chris on 20 points. But as I say, Chris wasn't here last week. There were some issues that he had to sort out at the border, apparently. But anyway, we won't dwell on that. So that's how the league stacks up after 2 rounds. Like I say, it is early days. Plenty of racing ahead of us, so plenty of time for the guys a little bit further down the league table to catch Gaz up. But obviously he's going to be doing everything he can to stretch that lead out in front. So yeah, round 3, Lego Maggiore West. We're going to have a quick run down the grid. We've got 2 25-minute races for you, or round about 25-minute races for you. And everybody will be on medium tyres. That's the only rule really as far as tyres goes. It's everybody using the medium tyres, or has to use the medium tyres. And it looks like also we've got another couple of new drivers on the grid. So again, looking forward to them. It's always exciting when you get new drivers on the grid just to see what they can do, mix things up a bit. So let's get the correct camera, which I like to use when we do have a bit of a look down the grid. So out on pole then is Jacala. He's been showing how quick he is this season since joining. Then we've got Gaz, current league leader, in second. Racing Sim just behind him in third on the grid. Then we've got Chris. He's fourth on the grid, sporting a new livery as well. So we'll have a look at that as the race progresses. So looking all very pink and purpley there, Chris. Not going to miss you, are we? Fifth on the grid is Ghost Pepper, another quick driver. We've all seen how good he is. Footy in 6th. Then we've got the first of the new drivers. Forgive me if I get the pronunciations wrong, but we're going to call you Rossau. We'll call you Rossau. If it's wrong, let me know. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what he can do. And then we've got another new driver just tucked in behind him. Get my word right in a minute. He's in 8th, and that's Bickus or Bicus or Biscuit. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be calling you today, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. But again, tell me if I'm saying it wrong. It's at the minute it's Bickus, Bicus, Biscuit. We'll call you Biscuit. And in 9th we have a familiar face in Carlsberg, Sai in 10th and Vane in 11th. So that's how the grid stacks up then for race 1 here at Maggiore on the West Circuit. So shall we get this race underway? And we will ask Jacala to take us down towards turn 1. Now, as I say, it's a fictional track, so there are no corner names. They are literally numbers. Unfortunately, we do like corner names. Or I like, oh, Gaz, bit of a lag thing going on there. His car absolutely just leaping sideways, so not quite sure what's happening there. So into turn 1 and 2 they go, then up through this right-hander, up the hill at turn 3. Through a bit of a chicane section. Gaz still bouncing around all over the place. Maybe a wheel nut loose. Needs to have a word with the mechanics. before race 2, but Jacala and Gaz already opened up a bit of a lead to Racing Sim. Doesn't want to let them get too far ahead, does he? Ghost Pepper in 4th. Then we've got Footy and Chris battling it out for P5 at the minute. Chris on the inside, if the cameraman can bother to catch up. There we go. So Chris on the inside of Footy. Footy now got on the inside as they come up through turn 9. Up towards turn 10, this sweeping right-hander. Very short, quick laps these are. But Footy just managing to hold on to 5th and keeping Chris behind him. Biscuit in 7th. With Carlsberg just behind him. Vane in 9th. Rossau, he's dropped a few places, hasn't he? He's gone from 7th down to 10th, so maybe had a bit of an issue. I'm not sure. Not the best of starts he wanted, though. And then Side down in 11th. So let's just go back up to the top and see what's happening as Jacala crosses the line. He starts on lap 2, going around these tight few early turns in the lap. Turns 1, 2, they're quite tricky. Turn 3, more of a sweeping right-hander. Then we're through into the chicane at turns 4, 5 and 6 before getting onto this long straight. 800 metres, it's about half a mile this straight between the exit of turn 6 and the entry of turn 7. And turn 7 is this really tight right-hander where it's very easy to go drifting out there onto the sand. But all these guys seem to be making it look very easy. Racing Sim still sitting in 3rd. Got Ghost Pepper all over the back of him, but there is a gap starting to appear between Racing Sim and Gaz, and he really does not want to let that happen. Ghost Pepper certainly doesn't want to let that happen, so he'll be looking to try and get past Racing Sim as quickly as he can, so that he can try and catch up to the 2 guys just ahead of him. Doesn't want to let them get too far away. Obviously the first 4 are the 4 in the league as well, and well, you can see why, can't you? Footy then, the newest one to Ghost Pepper in 5th. He's fighting off Biscuit in 6th. In fact, let's jump on board with one of the new guys, shall we? We'll go on board with Bickus or Biscuit. Hope you don't mind me calling you Biscuit. As we go into turn 1, then the sharp right-hander of turn 2, which instead of turning left on the normal track, you continue to turn right through turn 3, down a bit of a hill into the chicane. Quick look behind us, we can see we've got Side chasing us down with Carlsberg, not that far behind Side. So Vickers getting into the slipstream of Footy as they enter the braking zone at turn 7. You can take a lot out of that corner actually at turn 7. You can take a lot more than those guys did if you wanted to take it a bit quicker. It is very forgiving there. This track actually is quite forgiving as far as penalties go. I mean, yes, you can pick them up, but it's a pretty forgiving track compared to some of the others, as Bickus really is putting the pressure on. Oh, Carlsberg, great move there on Side to get himself up into 7th. We just caught that, didn't we, as we had a quick look behind us to see what was happening as Bickus tries to, oh, he's got himself on the inside then at the final turn. Great move there from Bickus to get himself up into 5th, and he goes across the line then, and now he can concentrate on trying to catch up to the back of I was going to say he's going to concentrate on catching up to Ghost Pepper, but it went very, very deep into turn 1. He's managed to get the place back again though. Footy made a slight mistake as well, so Bickus gets the place back, but a couple of mistakes there from Footy and Bickus as it's let the guys behind catch up. Now then, Sai has retaken that position away from Carlsberg. Carlsberg made the good move, didn't he? We saw that in the rear view mirror of Bickus earlier on, but Sai has managed to retake 7th, and it's left Carlsberg to catch him up and try and retake P7 again. Rossau down in 9th. Fantastic livery on the car, nice paint work anyway. Bit of a gap though between himself and Carlsberg, but likewise a bit of a gap back then to Chris. Oh, and Chris has picked up a penalty as well, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. 1 minute Chris is, oh, he's gone on the grass. He's gone on the grass now. I understand that Chris has had some technical issues and has had to go. Oh dear, that was a big slam. That's going to hurt the paintwork. We were going to have a look at the paintwork, weren't we? Now I understand that Chris has had to use the controller from this race, and he usually uses VR as well, which he can't do, so it's just the controller and the TV screen that he's using, so he's trying to learn all over again. So it's unlucky for Chris, but we did say we were going to have a look at this livery, didn't we? Made especially for these races, by all accounts. And yeah, fantastic job he's done there as well. There's some detailing gone into that when you look close enough. Yeah, some nice work there, Chris, so well done to you. Maybe you ought to get some really go faster paint on it, but at the minute he's going to have to serve that ½ second penalty and try and get past Vane as well. But Vane doing a good job actually of keeping Chris behind him. You can see the damage on the front of Chris's car. He's still carrying it around. Now we'll just keep an eye on that damage. I'm not sure if the damage is on heavy. Yeah, it must be, because Chris is having to come into the pits, and well, you can see how enthusiastic those guys are. They've really got the ump with him, haven't they? Because he's damaged his car. So Chris into the pits and Jacala out in front and trying desperately to get away from Gaz. Gaz is having none of that and he's staying with him. Gaz, current league leader at the minute, chasing Jacala down. Jacala's currently sitting in third, although he is only 8 points behind. And Racing Sim is also on the same points as Jacala actually. So yeah, it's all going to get mixed up, isn't it, in the league if it stays like this. Jacala could actually leapfrog. Go, oh, it's Gas. Where are you going? Come on, no time for picnics. Now that may be the lag actually that caused that, but Gaz went off onto the grass. I'm not sure what he was looking for, but there is definitely some lag coming from Gaz's car. Or like I said at the very beginning, he's got a loose wheel nut, but that is certainly not helping. Now the other thing it does make things very difficult for the guy following him, which in this case is Racing Sim. We'll jump on board with Racing Sim, shall we, and we'll see if it's an issue from his point of view, because when you get a car leaping around all over the place, you never know how to overtake him. Quick look behind, and under no pressure whatsoever from Ghost Pepper. He's just too far back. You can see Gaz is really fighting that Porsche, isn't he? That may be a problem with his steering wheel. That may be loose. But Gaz is certainly leaving the track more often than you would expect him to. Gaz, very quick, accomplished driver, and does seem to be struggling a little bit with that Porsche at the minute. Now, whether it's down to the lag or a problem with the kit he's using, we're not sure. But he's definitely allowing Racing Sim to creep closer to him. Let's have a look a little bit further down and see what's happening. Middle of the pack now. Ghost Pepper is all on his own in fourth. I'm sure he won't mind that. But he's going to have to push if he wants to catch up to Racing Sim up ahead. Now Bickus in fifth. He's settled into the race now, and he's looking pretty good actually. Nice and calm, trying to stay out of trouble from now on. He's got Carlsberg chasing him down though. Carlsberg looking very mean actually. If you don't want to be looking at that in your rear view mirror, do you? So Carlsberg currently sitting in sixth. He's got Sai all over the back of him, so we'll stick with these two, shall we? Sai having a right good sniff of the rear end of Carlsberg's Porsche as they head down the hill towards turn 7 into the braking zone. Hard on the brakes to get this right-hander done. And Sai, you see I mentioned earlier about cutting the corner, and Sai did exactly that, took a good chunk out of it. It is very forgiving, as I've said, this track. So no issues there, no penalty to pick up for cutting that corner, and Sai really putting the pressure on Carlsberg, trying to force a mistake from him. And Sai will just keep that pressure on. and they do look like they're catching up to the back of Vickers, so he needs to be careful. Obviously, while these two are scrapping, it will slow them down a little bit. Side desperate to get by Carlsberg, isn't he? Again, they do keep swapping, these two. As Side gets right up the smelly end, pulls to the inside before they get to turn one. Now then, is he going to get that move done? No, Carlsberg cuts it off into turn two. Side just having to slot in behind Carlsberg again. Carlsberg taking a nice tight line through that turn two just to prevent Side having a bit of a cheeky look, and he's now resumed that car. 1.5 car lengths gap between the two of them, so Sai got to do it again, but he is going to get in the slipstream as they get onto this straight down towards turn 7, so Sai should be able to get a little bit closer to Carlsberg again and start the pressure all over. 40 in 8th, he's catching up with these two. So he's watching it all up ahead, hoping that these two have a bit of a coming together just in front of him. But all the while they're scrapping, Footy is able to creep a little bit closer. Rossell, our new driver, again not that far away from the guys up ahead, so just trying to keep it all nice and steady, stay out of trouble. Let the race come to you, is what I keep being told. But Rossell doing a good job actually in 9th so far. Tyres look okay actually. If I'm looking at the others, the tyre wear is actually slightly better on Rossell cars than the others. Gaz has gone in, Gaz is into the pits. So Gaz from 9th. Why was Gaz down in 9th? Well, we missed something there, didn't we? But well, whether he had damage, so he must have done. That lag may have been causing him sort of issues, so Gaz finds himself down in 9th after the pit stop. Bain doing a bit of off-roading as he crosses the line to start lap 9. He really is on his own, isn't he? Down in 10th, and then we've got Chris, who's having all sorts of issues down in 11th. Like I say, he's having to relearn how to race with the controller. I suppose it's hard when you've been on a wheel and using the VR all the time. It's very difficult to actually come back to a flat screen. But Chris is going to carry on regardless. So back up to the top then, and somebody really is staying out of trouble is Jacalo. He's looking very, very comfortable at the minute. Had Gaz for company for most of this race, but Gaz has obviously had an issue, picked up some damages and had to pit to get that sorted out. So Jacalo out in front and yeah, laughing his head off. Racing Sim in 2nd. He's not under any pressure whatsoever. Nobody near him, so the pair of them can actually get the radio on, can't they? Enjoy a bit of Italian sunshine, get their arm out the window, get themselves a tan. They can relax a bit. Ghost Pepper likewise in 3rd, looking good for a podium spot. Now Ghost Pepper, I think, is, if I'm right in saying, I think Ghost Pepper has been on the podium. Let me just check. I think he's been on the podium in every race apart from one last week. So yeah, he was a winner in the very first race. He was winner in the 2nd race. He came 3rd in the 4th, well, round 2 at Spa. In the race 1 he came 3rd there. It was just race 2 that he lost out on. So Tequila, yeah, got a real taste for champagne, hasn't he? But then again, so has Gaz. He's been on the podium 3 times already. Carlsberg, he's been on there twice. Racing Sim, he's been on there 3 times. So yeah, it's all the regular faces that are up there on the podium all the time. Vickers, the newer guy though, in 4th. He does look like he's catching Ghost Pepper actually. So Ghost Pepper currently on the podium in 3rd position, but Vickers is chasing him down. So let's have a look what we got. We're just coming up to 15 minutes, so about 10 minutes of this race to go. So there is time for Bickus to make grounds and catch up with Ghost Pepper and maybe put him under enough pressure to actually take that podium spot away. Wow, wouldn't that be a great debut? Getting onto the podium in your first race. We'll keep an eye on that one. Carlsberg sitting in 5th. There is quite a good line of cars now. There is a gap in between all of them, but it all looks pretty even. So we've got Carlsberg, then we've got Sai in 6th. Not that far behind him is Footy in 7th. Then we've got Rosso in 8th. Then we have got a little gap then back to Gaz. Gaz obviously having to make that pit stop and he's still shaking around all over the place. Vane in 10th, he's carrying a penalty. Not going to alter his track position though, because poor old Chris is way down in 11th. So not the start he wanted, but hopefully he'll come back stronger for race 2. We'll get the guys working on that body, get some of them dents knocked out. Get his aerodynamics back for him, and yeah, he'll come back stronger in race 2. I need a quick swig of juice. So I think what we're going to do, I'm just going to wait for Jacala to get around to the start finish line. We'll jump on board and we'll do a lap with Jacala. He currently has the fastest lap. He achieved that on lap 5. He's got a 123.7. Racing Sim, he got a 123.9, that was in lap 4. Ghost Pepper, he's in the 24.25, so a little bit off the pace because, well, constant 25s, that's good racing, that is. Although he's in the 25s, they are constant, they are always within a few tenths of each other, which is the key to winning a lot of races actually, so well done to him. So let's just have a look, see where Jacala is, shall we? So let's jump on board then with Jacala. As we cross the line to start lap 13 then, into turn 1 is sharp left-hander, which immediately throws you into turn 2, almost a hairpin turn 2, and then straight into turn 3, another right-hander, so you've almost come back on yourself. Then we head down towards this chicane at turns 4, 5 and then 6. On the exit of turn 6 it is full throttle now on the straight, 800 meters, just over half a mile, down towards turn 7, and then we start down the hill into the braking zone around turn 7. Then we start the climb again up this slight hill into turn 8, a left-hander, still full throttle, there's no need to really lift there. In then to turn 9, a right-hander again, you full throttle through there. Turn 10, just going down the gears just to get the nose of that Porsche to turn in, and it's a long sweeping right-hander through into turn 11, and then you start down the hill through turn 12 and into the final turn at 13, and then we head towards the start finish line again for a 124.3. So that was a lap with our current race leader Jacala. So that's how you do it around Maggiore West in Italy. Racing Sim then still sitting in 2nd, Ghost Pepper still sitting in 3rd. That pretty much looks like the podium actually, although the front left tyre of Ghost Pepper is looking very sorry for itself. I'm just looking at the other guys as well. So Ghost Pepper really has leaned on that that front left, and he is going to start to feel that soon. We've got about 6 minutes to go. So what we're looking at now, 4 or 5 laps. Well, will Ghost Pepper have to make a stop? That remains to be seen, doesn't he? But he will start to feel it very soon. The grip will start to lose him. Because he's in the same position as well, although the tyres look slightly better on his Porsche. Currently sitting in 4th. Then we've got Carlsberg in 5th. Then we've got, well, it's quite a group of cars actually. Gaz has made his way through the pack and up to 6th now. He's on fresher tyres, so he should be able to start putting some decent laps in, although that that lag really is becoming a problem for the guys around him, I think. I'm not sure how much of it he can see. If we come on board with Gaz, he's probably not seeing a lot, to be honest. Well, there is a little bit of a twitch there, whether it's putting him off, I'm not sure. Footy in 7, and he's got sight all over the back of him. Sight has been in a battle pretty much all the way around this track. He was fighting his way around earlier with Carlsberg, and now he's having a go at Footy. So Sight really getting in the mix, having a bit of a look up the inside at turn 1, gets that move done. Fantastic move there from Sight, used the slipstream well. Oh no, he's gone too deep onto the grass, almost synchronised, spinning there from the pair of them, but Sight comes out better. Footy, well, let's just have a look at that again. It was beautiful to watch. So we'll just see Sight coming into the picture now to take 7. We're on board with Footy, and then it's well, it's almost synchronised going off there, you see, and a big spin round, and poor old Footy has a kiss with Barrier, and Si manages to get away with it. No contact between the two of them, so Si has got every right to carry on going. Footy just trying to get them tyres cleaned. He is in 8th position. It's not really altered anything for him, apart from the fact that he's now got a big gap between himself and Si. Rosso down in 9th, just too far away to make any impact on Footy's mistake. Vane in 10th, and Chris, well, not too far behind Vane, trying to get to grips with using the controller now instead of his VR setup. So back up to our race leader, let's have a look. We are just approaching 21 minutes and 30 seconds, so what's that, 3.5 minutes to go. So another couple of laps yet for Jacala, but he doesn't look under any kind of pressure, does he? Looks like he's enjoying himself out there. Racing sim likewise, although the tyres are starting to hurt now. Same for everybody. Oh, Ghost Pepper. Well, I'm surprised he's actually managing to keep that car on the track, because his front tyre is just about ready to give up. And when they did the update a few months ago, well, more than that now, isn't it? 3, 4, 5 months ago, I don't know. They should have fixed the tyre issues so that if you wear your tyres down that much, then you do start to lose grip. Now, I did see somebody into the pits there. I'm not sure who it was. Vane. He's doing another lap. He started lap 16, but he's got no tyre left whatsoever at the front. So it's going to be like having tea trays on the back of that car. He's going to be all over the place. Let's have a look, see what's happening with everybody else. I think lap times will start to fall, I'm sure. Unless there's some sort of fix in place so that guys can race on practically threadbare tyres. Ghost Pepper's still doing a good job on his, because he's picked up a ½ second penalty. That may be down to tyre wear issues. Gaz, he's made his way up into 5th, so he's had a good recovery actually, Gaz, to get himself up into 5th, and may even be able to steal 4th away from Bickers when Bickers serves that penalty. You can see the bar starting to fill up now, so he's going to be having the brakes slammed on, just approaching the penalty zone. So Gaz now, can the momentum carry him through? Bickers goes defensive on the inside at turn 7, gets back up to full speed. Gaz, you're making me feel dizzy watching you. But Bickers back up to full speed, but Gaz is now a lot closer. Carlsberg sitting in 6th, with Si in 7th. Then we have Footy, Rosso, Chris and Vane. And Vane just about to be lapped by our race leader, Jacala, who is starting his last lap. Actually, he's on lap 18. We're into the 25th minute. So this will be the last lap. Michaela manages to get by Vane. Racing Sim in second. He's got to get by Vane as well. Doesn't really need to. There is a big enough gap between himself and Ghost Pepper. So no need to risk anything trying to get past Vane. If Vane moves over, then fair enough. But there's no need trying to push it for Racing Sim. Ghost Pepper in third. Tyre about gone now. Gaz in fourth. He managed to get by Bickus. So we missed that. Apologies for that. But Gaz had a good recovery race to get himself up into fourth. I'm just going to have a look to see where Michaela is. He is just coming around turn 10 now. Oh, there we go. We're missing some of them. Let me just go. Oh, I've gone back too far now, haven't I? I've gone back a lap. Right, let's just go back a little. There we go. So what's happened there? Oh, Sire's pulled up. So Sire doesn't want to do another lap. He's decided to wait for the timer to go down. So Sire crosses the line in 7th. Footy, he's going to come across the line to take 8th. Rossau, new driver, across in 9th. Well done to him. Chris will finish in 10th. With Vane 11th, who has been lapped. But as we see Michaela now coming around turn 13, heading towards the line. He can see the checkered flag. Great racing from him as he takes the win. Racing Sim comfortable second, and Ghost Pepper is going to get a good, well-deserved third spot on that podium. So well done to him. So 3 out of the top 4 actually finishing on the podium as Gaz crosses the line in 4th, Bickers 5th, Carlsberg will come across the line in 6th. So that was race 1. Hopefully you can join me back here again for race 2 very, very shortly. I shall see you all in a bit.